Have you ever stopped to wonder why so many people work hard their entire lives, despite working tirelessly, remain stuck in a cycle of financial struggle? What if the secret lies not in working harder, but in thinking differently about money? Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad challenges everything we've been taught about wealth, offering a roadmap to financial independence that's radically different from the traditional path. Today, we'll dive deep into these transformative insights and explore how they can empower you to rethink your financial future. Kiyosaki's journey begins with two father figures, his biological father, whom he calls his poor dad, and the father of his best friend, his rich dad. Both were influential, but their approaches to money could not have been more different. Poor Dad, a highly educated man, believed in the importance of job security, saving money, and climbing the corporate ladder. He embraced the conventional wisdom of the time: get a good education, find a stable job, and work hard. Rich Dad, on the other hand, saw money not as something you work for, but as something that works for you. His philosophy revolved around investing, entrepreneurship, and financial freedom. This contrast set the stage for Kiyosaki's core lesson. It's not about how much money you make, but how much money you keep, and how effectively that money works for you. At the heart of Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the distinction between assets and liabilities. This concept is simple yet profoundly misunderstood. Most people, Kiyosaki explains, are trapped in a cycle of acquiring liabilities they think are assets. A house, for instance, is often viewed as an asset, but if it's draining money in the form of mortgage payments, taxes, and maintenance, it's actually a liability. The rich, however, focus on acquiring true assets, investments, real estate, businesses, that put money in their pocket without them having to actively work for it. Here's a practical, actionable step. Start tracking your assets and liabilities today. Take a hard look at your finances. What's truly putting money in your pocket? Is that car payment helping you build wealth, or is it draining your resources? Start small, whether it's buying dividend-paying stocks or investing in rental properties, and let your money begin to work for you. The key is understanding that every dollar can either be a soldier building your wealth or a liability consuming your future potential. Shift your focus to acquiring assets that generate passive income. This isn't about sacrificing everything now for some distant future, but about making smart decisions that pay off in the long run. A cornerstone of Kiyosaki's philosophy is financial literacy. Unfortunately, most schools don't teach us how to manage money effectively. We're taught to work for money, but not how to make money work for us. Kiyosaki believes that this is the fundamental flaw in our education system, and it's why so many people end up in financial distress despite earning good incomes. The rich are different because they prioritize financial education. They understand how money flows, how to leverage debt, and how to take advantage of opportunities. Now, let's talk about investing in your financial education. This doesn't mean going back to school. It means immersing yourself in the knowledge of how money works. Start by reading books, attending seminars, or even listening to podcasts on investing, real estate, and wealth building. Financial education doesn't end with one book or one course. It's a lifelong pursuit. One of the best things you can do is commit to learning one new financial concept every week. Whether it's understanding the basics of stock market investing, learning how to calculate the return on a real estate investment, or exploring how to build a business, these small, consistent efforts will compound over time, just like your money. Another game-changing concept from Kiyosaki is the importance of shifting from employee to entrepreneur and investor. Rich Dad didn't believe in working a 9-to-5 job for the rest of his life. He understood that to build real wealth, you must create systems and investments that generate income even when you're not actively working. This is where the rich diverge sharply from the middle class. While the middle class often relies on one source of income, typically a paycheck, the rich build multiple streams of passive income through businesses, investments, and real estate. This is where the real shift happens. Instead of thinking about how you can earn more money through hard work, think about how you can create systems that generate money for you. Can you start a side business? Can you invest in rental properties that provide monthly cash flow? Can you create a product or service that sells while you sleep? The idea is not to work more hours, but to work smarter by building assets that provide income streams long after the initial effort is made. Here's an example that illustrates this shift. Imagine you're a business owner. At first, you may be doing everything yourself, handling operations, managing finances, and working long hours. But as the business grows, you hire employees, automate processes, and eventually, the business can run without your constant oversight. You've created a system, a machine, that generates income independently of your time. This is how wealth is built. One of the most empowering takeaways from Kiyosaki's book is his view on risk and failure. For many of us, the fear of failure is paralyzing. We're taught that making mistakes is bad, that we should play it safe and avoid risks at all costs. But Kiyosaki argues that the rich don't fear failure, they embrace it. They see it as a stepping stone to success. The difference is that while the poor and middle class often avoid risk out of fear, the rich learn from their mistakes and use failure as a learning tool. Here's a tip: reframe your view of failure. The next time you're faced with a financial decision or opportunity, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if I fail? More often than not, the downside is temporary, but the upside can be life-changing. Start by taking calculated risks in areas where you've educated yourself, whether it's investing in a small property or starting a side business. With each small success and failure, you'll grow stronger and more confident in your ability to take on bigger challenges. Reflecting on this personally, one insight that deeply resonated with me was Kiyosaki's belief that your mindset shapes your reality. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that financial success is about earning more money. But the truth is, financial freedom is about changing your perspective. It's about realizing that money is a tool. It's neutral. It can either enslave you or empower you. The rich understand this. They don't let money control them. They control money. For me, this was a powerful shift in thinking. It's not about accumulating wealth for wealth's sake, but about creating options, freedom, and the ability to live life on your terms. This realization reminded me that financial independence isn't just about personal gain. It's about creating the space to pursue your true passions and make a positive impact on the world. So how can you start applying these principles today? First, focus on building assets. This could be as simple as starting a side hustle, investing in dividend-paying stocks, or buying rental property. The key is to create streams of income that don't require your constant effort. Second, commit to financial education. Make it a priority to learn about money, not just how to earn it, but how to manage, invest, and multiply it. And finally, embrace risk and failure. Take small, calculated risks that push you out of your comfort zone and allow you to learn and grow. In conclusion, the lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad are not just about wealth, they're about freedom. They're about breaking free from the cycle of working for money and stepping into a mindset where money works for you. It's a powerful shift that can transform your life if you let it. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. We hope today's insights inspire you to think differently about your financial future and to take bold steps toward financial independence. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. And remember, keep books over mind.